Hello everyone, I'm delighted that Children in Need have invited me to open this evening's show. Tonight is all about helping to support, champion and empower all.
You'd never guess that Princess Charlotte devours bowls of olives like candy, while her brothers fight over who gets to stir the cheesy pasta first. Forget everything you think you know about royal dining. Behind Adelaide Cottage's walls, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis eat surprisingly normal foods that would shock most people. But what does a certified nutritionist think about their diet? And which shocking treat does Kate secretly buy at the shops? Join us as we unveil what Princess Charlotte, Prince George, and Louis typically eat in a day. The royal food. Myth that fooled everyone. When most people think about royal children eating, they picture grand dining rooms with crystal chandeliers, silver spoons, and servants carrying elaborate plates of fancy foods. The Wales children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, must surely dine on the finest delicacies money can buy, right? This couldn't be further from the truth. Their daily meals are surprisingly simple and very relatable. Instead of foie gras or gold-flake desserts, you're more likely to find cheesy pasta, fruit snacks, and homemade pizza on their plates. The Wales household focuses on balance, not luxury. Yes, there are treats and cheat days, but most of the time, their diet looks a lot like what many kids across the UK might be eating. At home, mealtimes aren't about formality, they're about family. The children often eat at the kitchen table with their parents, not in a separate dining room. Their meals are built around fresh ingredients and fun, with plenty of hands-on involvement from the kids. There's a strong focus on getting them comfortable in the kitchen, not just at the table. While it's easy to assume royal meals are all about tradition and etiquette, Kate and William have taken a modern, grounded approach to their family's eating habits. They want their children to enjoy food, understand it, and even help prepare it. Kate, in particular, is said to be mindful about what goes into her children's meals. Her approach blends awareness with flexibility. There are occasional fish finger dinners and even secret runs to pick up Haribo Tang Fastics, but everything is done in moderation. For many families watching, there's comfort in knowing that royal kids don't live off truffles and soufflés. They like what many kids like. They snack, they help cook, and they have their favorite go-to meals. The difference lies in how their parents support those choices, with care, with education, and with a lot of hands-on involvement. It turns out that the secret to a royal diet isn't about money or luxury at all. It's about creating positive food habits, building skills in the kitchen, and sitting down together for meals that matter. Behind the gates of Adelaide Cottage, where the family moved in 2022, something completely different happens at mealtime. The kitchen counters are often dusted with flour from homemade pizza sessions. Little hands reach for simple snacks that any parent would recognize. The smell of cheesy pasta fills the air on busy weeknights, just like in millions of other homes across the country. George, now 11 years old, has developed quite a reputation for loving spaghetti hoops, the same tinned pasta circles that countless children beg their parents to buy at the grocery store. During a recent charity visit, Prince William spotted the familiar orange circles and immediately lit up, telling volunteers that his kids love them. This wasn't a one-time treat or royal indulgence. These simple, affordable pasta hoops have become a regular fixture in the Wales household. Charlotte, at 9 years old, has surprised everyone with her sophisticated taste buds. While most children her age wrinkle their noses at olives, Charlotte munches on them like other kids eat crackers. Even more shocking, she enjoys spicy curry, something that would send most young children running for a glass of milk. Kate has admitted that while she tones down the heat for George and Louis, Charlotte handles the spice remarkably well. 6-year-old Louis has become the family's vegetable champion. Beetroot, which many adults avoid, ranks as one of his absolute favorite foods. Kate once revealed that Louis gets genuinely excited about colorful vegetables like carrots, beans, and his beloved beetroot. This enthusiasm for healthy foods has impressed nutritionists who work with families struggling to get their children to eat anything green. This normal approach to food reflects Kate and William's broader parenting philosophy. They want their children to understand regular family life, even while growing up in extraordinary circumstances. Cooking together, trying new foods, and yes, enjoying occasional treats create the foundation for healthy relationships with food that will last their entire lives. The Wales children's daily eating habits prove that good parenting transcends wealth, titles, or palace walls. Sometimes the most royal thing parents can do is simply gather around the kitchen table, share a simple meal, and create lasting memories over bowls of spaghetti hoops and homemade pizza. But what does a typical day of eating look like for these three royal children? The Wales children's real daily menu. The morning routine at Adelaide Cottage begins much like any other household with young children. George, Charlotte, and Louis gather around their kitchen table for breakfast, often featuring simple cereals, fresh fruit, and toast. The kitchen fills with the familiar sounds of clinking bowls and cheerful chatter as the children prepare for their school day at Lambrook School. George's love affair with pasta becomes evident early in the day. Even at breakfast, he sometimes requests leftover spaghetti from the night before, a habit that would make many parents smile with recognition. His pasta obsession runs so deep that Kate and William have learned to keep multiple varieties stocked in their pantry. Plain spaghetti, penne, and his beloved spaghetti hoops rotate through weekly meal plans with remarkable consistency. Charlotte approaches her meals with surprising sophistication for a 9-year-old. Her breakfast might include a small bowl of olives alongside her cereal, a combination that would puzzle most children her age. The briny, salty flavor that typically requires adult taste buds has somehow captured her young palate. Her parents discovered this unusual preference when Charlotte was barely 5 years old, reaching for olives during a family meal and asking for more. Louis starts his day with colorful vegetables whenever possible. His breakfast plate often features grated carrots mixed into scrambled eggs or sliced beetroot on the side. The vibrant purple vegetable that many adults find earthy and overwhelming has become his signature favorite. Kate has mentioned watching Louis genuinely light up when beetroot appears on his plate, treating it like other children might react to candy. Lunchtime at school follows typical prep school standards, but the children's packed lunches from home reflect their individual preferences. George's lunchbox frequently contains pasta salad or leftover spaghetti hoops in a thermos container. Charlotte might include a small container of olives alongside her sandwich and fruit. Louis gets extra servings of raw vegetables, carrot sticks, cucumber slices, and, when available, small pieces of cooked beetroot. The afternoon snack routine reveals more about each child's personality. Charlotte gravitates toward her beloved olives, or sometimes requests mild curry-flavored crackers. George seeks out any available pasta-based snacks or simple crackers with cheese. Louis happily munches on raw vegetables that other children might feed to pets or hide under napkins. Dinner preparation at Adelaide Cottage becomes a family activity several times each week. The children take turns helping with their favorite meal, cheesy pasta. George handles stirring responsibilities, while Charlotte measures milk and butter. Louis helps wash vegetables and arrange colorful ingredients on plates. The kitchen counter often shows evidence of their involvement: flour dusting surfaces, measuring cups scattered around, and small handprints on cabinet doors. Their evening meals rotate between simple favorites that most families would recognize. Monday night features homemade pizza with each child choosing individual toppings. Tuesday could bring the famous cheesy pasta that requires all three children's participation. Wednesday often means curry night, with Charlotte's portion slightly spicier while George and Louis receive milder versions. Weekend dinners allow for more elaborate cooking projects. The family tackles homemade pizza dough, with children rolling and stretching the mixture across floured countertops. Charlotte typically requests extra cheese and olives on her portion. George advocates for simple cheese and tomato combinations. Louis asks for vegetables scattered across his slice, peppers, mushrooms, and sometimes small pieces of his favorite beetroot. These daily eating patterns reveal how Kate and William have successfully balanced royal expectations with normal childhood development. Their children experience regular kid food preferences while gradually expanding their palates through gentle exposure to new flavors. The approach creates positive relationships with food that extend far beyond typical royal protocols, establishing healthy habits that will serve them well throughout their lives. But the real magic happens when these three royal children completely transform their kitchen into what? The royal kitchen chaos. The Adelaide Cottage kitchen becomes an absolute whirlwind of activity when George, Charlotte, and Louis decide to take charge of dinner preparation. Flour clouds drift through the air like tiny snowstorms, while small hands knead pizza dough with determined concentration. The marble countertops disappear under a blanket of ingredients, measuring cups, and the occasional sticky fingerprint that somehow ends up on cabinet handles 3 feet away. George approaches cooking with the same intensity he brings to everything else. His sleeves rolled up past his elbows, he attacks pasta preparation like a miniature chef conducting an orchestra. Stirring becomes his specialty, whether combining flour and butter for their famous cheesy pasta or mixing pizza sauce until it reaches perfect consistency. His technique involves vigorous circular motions that often send ingredients flying beyond their intended bowls, creating abstract art patterns across nearby surfaces. Charlotte treats cooking like a scientific experiment requiring precise measurements and careful attention to detail. She methodically measures milk portions for pasta sauce, counting each tablespoon with mathematical precision. Her olive obsession extends into cooking sessions where she advocates for adding her favorite briny spheres to nearly every dish. During pizza nights, Charlotte becomes the family's topping distribution expert, ensuring each slice receives exactly the right amount of cheese, vegetables, and, naturally, olives. Louis transforms into the family's enthusiastic vegetable processor. His small fingers carefully wash carrots, sort beans, and prepare his beloved beetroot for cooking. The 6-year-old approaches vegetable preparation with genuine excitement that would amaze parents struggling to get their children to eat anything green. Louis often requests additional vegetables for recipes, turning simple pasta dishes into colorful rainbow creations, packed with nutritional benefits. Kate and William participate as active cooking partners rather than supervising adults. William often handles the heavier lifting, moving pots, adjusting oven temperatures, and ensuring safety around hot surfaces. Kate guides the children through recipe steps, demonstrating proper knife techniques and explaining why certain ingredients work well together. Neither parent hesitates to get their hands dirty, joining their children in the delightful chaos of family meal preparation. The sensory experience of these cooking sessions creates lasting memories that extend far beyond simple meal preparation. The kitchen fills with aromatic clouds of garlic sautéing in olive oil, fresh herbs, releasing their fragrance when chopped, and yeast-scented pizza dough rising in warm corners. Wooden spoons clatter against metal bowls, while children debate ingredient proportions with surprising passion. Laughter echoes off kitchen tiles when flour accidentally dusts someone's nose, or when pizza dough stretches into unexpected shapes. These hands-on cooking experiences provide educational benefits that many families miss in today's busy world. Children in meal preparation develop stronger relationships with food, a better understanding of nutrition, and increased willingness to try new ingredients. The Wales children learn mathematical concepts through measuring, scientific principles through mixing and heating, and cultural awareness through exploring different cuisines like Charlotte's beloved curry dishes. Weekend pizza-making sessions have evolved into elaborate family productions. The children divide responsibilities based on their strengths and interests. George manages dough preparation, using his stirring expertise to create smooth, elastic bases. Charlotte oversees sauce application and cheese distribution, ensuring even coverage across each pizza. Louis handles vegetable placement, carefully arranging colorful toppings in artistic patterns that would impress professional chefs. The cleanup process becomes almost as entertaining as the cooking itself. 3 children wielding damp cloths attack flour-covered surfaces with varying degrees of success. Sticky hands leave evidence on unexpected surfaces, door handles, light switches, and occasionally each other's faces. Kate and William join the cleanup effort, turning dishwashing into games and teaching responsibility alongside culinary skills. These regular cooking sessions represent more than simple meal preparation. They create opportunities for the Wales family to bond over shared activities while teaching their children valuable life skills. George, Charlotte, and Louis learn that food preparation requires teamwork, patience, and creativity. Most importantly, they discover that some of life's best moments happen in kitchens filled with laughter, flour clouds, and the warm satisfaction of creating something delicious together. But even the most health-conscious royal parents sometimes need to make sneaky shopping trips for what forbidden treats? The Wales family's cheat day. Kate's occasional visits to local shops reveal a side of royal parenting that most families recognize immediately. Tucked discreetly in her shopping basket, bags of Haribo Tangfastics sit alongside organic vegetables and wholesome ingredients. These colorful tangy gummies represent the Wales family's refreshingly normal approach to childhood treats. Rather than banning sweets entirely, Kate and William have chosen a path that acknowledges children's natural desire for sugary snacks while maintaining reasonable boundaries. The Tangfastics discovery happened during one of Kate's routine shopping trips, when photographers spotted the distinctive packaging among her purchases. This seemingly small detail sparked conversations about how even royal families navigate the eternal parenting challenge of managing treats and junk food. The bright red package filled with sour gummies became a symbol of the Wales family's commitment to raising children who understand moderation rather than deprivation. Weekend mornings at Adelaide Cottage often feature what many families would recognize as classic comfort food indulgences. Pancake breakfasts become elaborate productions, with George flipping batter while Charlotte measures syrup portions with scientific precision. Louis contributes by arranging fresh berries in colorful patterns across golden pancake surfaces. These weekend treats balance perfectly with their typically healthy weekday eating habits. Pizza nights extend beyond simple meal preparation into full family celebrations. The children lobby for extra cheese, additional toppings, and sometimes dessert pizza creations featuring Nutella or fruit. William and Kate participate enthusiastically, creating their adult versions while ensuring the children experience the joy of occasional indulgence. These pizza sessions often stretch late into evening hours, with movies playing in the background and everyone gathered around coffee tables rather than formal dining rooms. Certified nutritionist Lucia Stansby strongly supports the Wales family's approach to treats and occasional junk food. Her analysis reveals that completely forbidding certain foods often creates unhealthy relationships with eating that can last into adulthood. Children who learn moderation early develop better self-control and more balanced attitudes toward food throughout their lives. The Wales children's exposure to both healthy meals and occasional treats creates a foundation for lifelong wellness. Baking sessions represent another avenue for controlled indulgence in the Wales household. Charlotte particularly enjoys creating cookies and small cakes, often incorporating her beloved olives into unexpected dessert combinations that surprise and sometimes horrify her brothers. George prefers simpler baking projects like chocolate chip cookies or brownies that pair well with his pasta-focused palate. Louis contributes vegetables to baking experiments, creating carrot muffins and beetroot chocolate cakes that sound unusual, but taste surprisingly delicious. Birthday celebrations and special occasions allow for more elaborate treat experiences. The children receive age-appropriate amounts of candy, cake, and other sweets while learning to savor these special moments, rather than expecting them daily. Kate and William model healthy relationships with treats by participating in celebrations, without overindulging or expressing guilt about occasional sweet treats. School lunchboxes occasionally feature small surprises that other children would recognize. A few pieces of chocolate, some colorful fruit snacks, or small packets of crackers appear alongside healthy sandwiches and fresh fruit. This balance ensures the Wales children never feel deprived compared to their classmates while maintaining their generally nutritious eating patterns. The family's approach to restaurant visits and takeaway meals demonstrates practical moderation in action. Fish and chips, Chinese takeout, and other casual dining experiences happen regularly, but not excessively. The children learn to enjoy these experiences as special treats rather than regular expectations, developing appreciation for both simple pleasures and everyday healthy meals. Holiday traditions incorporate sweet treats that connect the Wales children to broader cultural experiences. Easter chocolate eggs, Christmas cookies, and Halloween candy appear seasonally without becoming year-round staples. These celebrations teach the children that treats can enhance special moments without dominating daily nutrition choices. The Wales family's cheat day philosophy ultimately reflects their broader parenting approach. Rather than creating rigid rules that might backfire, Kate and William provide guidance that prepares their children for independent decision-making. George, Charlotte, and Louis learn that life includes both nutritious vegetables and colorful gummy bears, and both deserve appropriate places in a balanced, joyful childhood experience. But when certified nutritionists analyzed the Wales children's actual eating habits, what shocking discovery did they make? Shocking health verdict. Certified nutritionist and nutritional therapist Lucia Stansby expected to find major problems when she examined the Wales children's daily eating patterns. Instead, her comprehensive analysis revealed something completely unexpected. The combination of seemingly random food preferences creates one of the most balanced childhood diets she has ever evaluated professionally. Charlotte's obsession with olives initially raised eyebrows among nutrition experts who questioned whether such salty, adult-oriented foods belonged in a 9-year-old's regular diet. Stansby's research revealed the opposite conclusion. Olives represent one of the most underrated fermented foods available to children, providing beneficial bacteria that support healthy gut microbiomes essential for proper digestion and immune system function. The omega-3 fatty acids found in olives contribute to brain development, reduce inflammation throughout the body, and support cardiovascular health, which will benefit Charlotte throughout her entire life. George's pasta fixation, which many parents might worry about as too carbohydrate-heavy, actually demonstrates excellent nutritional instincts for an active 11-year-old boy. Complex carbohydrates from pasta provide sustained energy necessary for his busy school schedule, sports activities, and rapid physical growth. The protein content in many pasta dishes supports muscle development during crucial developmental years. Stansby notes that children of George's age require significantly more carbohydrates than adults, making his pasta preferences perfectly aligned with his body's actual nutritional needs. Louis's vegetable enthusiasm particularly impressed nutrition experts who regularly struggled to convince children to eat any colorful foods. His beloved beetroot contains nitrates that improve blood flow and support athletic performance, folate essential for brain development, and fiber crucial for digestive health. The variety of vegetables Lewis consumes, carrots, beans, and multiple colorful options, provides antioxidants that protect growing cells from damage while supporting immune system strength during childhood's most vulnerable years. The Wales family's cooking approach receives additional praise from child development specialists who recognize the psychological benefits of involving children in meal preparation. When George stirs pasta sauce, Charlotte measures ingredients, and Lewis washes vegetables. They develop positive relationships with food that extend far beyond simple nutrition. Children who participate in cooking shows have increased willingness to try new foods, better understanding of balanced eating, and stronger family connections that support emotional health. Stansby's analysis of their treat consumption reveals sophisticated moderation strategies that many families struggle to implement successfully. The occasional Haribo purchases and weekend pizza nights strengthen the children's overall relationship with food by preventing the restriction-rebellion cycle that often leads to unhealthy eating patterns in adolescence and adulthood. Children who learn to enjoy treats without guilt or excess develop better self-regulation skills that serve them throughout their lives. The timing and variety of the Wales children's meals align perfectly with current pediatric nutrition recommendations. Regular family dinners support better academic performance, reduced behavioral problems, and stronger emotional development. The combination of home-cooked meals, occasional restaurant experiences, and controlled treat consumption creates exactly the balanced approach that child psychologists recommend for healthy development. Expert analysis reveals several practical strategies that regular families can adopt from the Wales approach. Involving children in age-appropriate cooking tasks increases their interest in healthy foods while building valuable life skills. Offering variety without overwhelming choices helps children develop adventurous palates. Most importantly, treating occasional indulgences as normal parts of balanced eating prevents the shame and secrecy that often surround food in many households. The Wales children's eating patterns demonstrate that excellent childhood nutrition doesn't require expensive ingredients, personal chefs, or complicated meal planning. Simple, fresh ingredients prepared with family involvement create better outcomes than elaborate restrictions or perfectly planned menus. George's pasta enthusiasm, Charlotte's olive appreciation, and Lewis's vegetable excitement prove that children naturally gravitate toward foods their bodies need when presented with variety, involvement, and positive family attitudes. This expert analysis reveals that the Wales family has accidentally created a masterclass in practical childhood nutrition. Their approach balances health, enjoyment, family connection, and real-world flexibility in ways that benefit their children's physical development, emotional well-being, and future relationship with food throughout their entire lives. Which Wales child's surprising food obsession would shock your kids the most? What royal eating habit will you try with your family this week? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click the next video showing on your screen. You will enjoy it.